I'm studying water, specifically what's referred to as the fourth phase of water. I have a water workshop coming up in February at the Conscious Life Expo. I'll be sharing how simultones frequencies affect the structure of our water. And a large part of my research is Dr. Gerald Pollack, who has talked about structured water, the fourth phase of water, for many years. Let me share this clip with you. This part of the video is going to be about the exclusion zone, the easy zone, and how different things affect it.
Or what are the conditions in which this emerges? Like, what I'm trying to get my head around, like, how does it come about? Like,
Yeah, well, okay, so there's several different ways, but the primary way is if you have water sitting next to a material, and the material surface is so-called hydrophilic, that means water-loving. That means if the surface is horizontal and you drop some water on it, the water will spread out. As opposed to, for example, Teflon, where if you have a Teflon surface and drop the water, it beads up. It doesn't interact with the surface, and you tilt it a little, and the water will just roll off. Mm. So if you have water next to a hydrophilic surface, not every hydrophilic surface, but we found most, especially biological surfaces, the water will form automatically if you have infrared energy to create this buildup. But you got it all around you, and so that's not a limiting factor. And the more you have, the more of this easy water will build. So in biology in particular, your cell is filled with solids. It's got proteins, it's got nucleic acids and others. And 1/3 of the volume inside the cell are these entities. And their surfaces are largely hydrophilic. So that means that the water in the cell is going to be mainly, if not, I hesitate to say completely, but easy water. And that's how, so you drink water, and some of that water gets into your cells, and it gets converted from just ordinary liquid water into easy water because you've got the right nucleating surface to create it, and you've got lots of infrared energy to promote the growth. So that's one way of doing it. Another way we found is if you just have ordinary water and you stick an electrode in and pass a current, that is, pass electrons from the negative electrode around the negative electrode builds easy water. The electrons are able to convert ordinary liquid water into easy water, and we've been able to demonstrate that. And it kind of makes sense because easy water has negative charge. So you add electrodes to neutral water, and you get easy water. You don't need the hydrophilic surface to do that. So that's those are the two major ways. And we found also that some frequencies, if you apply electromagnetic signals to the water, some frequencies, not all, but some, and we haven't pursued it enough depth to know how many of those frequencies. Some of those frequencies will convert ordinary water to easy water, which is interesting and deserves a lot of follow-up. So that's the way that...
So that's what I wanted to share. So they're aware that frequencies affect water, specifically the water that's inside our body, called easy water, structured water, hexagonal water, H3O2, many different names. Dr. Gerald Pollack refers to it as the fourth phase of water, and I have 2 of his books on its way here. I'm going to learn about structured water and how I can affect it so I can experiment with my frequency machine. It's already been studied by the people that created this device, but I want to study it some more. And I got a 2.5 hour slot to talk about something, so I figured, why not talk about water?